Hello everyone, it's Lady Irene here with another ball jointed doll video. Today I'm going to be doing BJD Addicts prompt number. Here's my list because I keep forgetting what I'm doing because I'm not doing them in order like a smart person. Of course, doll mods prompt number 23. Hence Jensen here being a Fallout ghoul. So Fallout is a game series that made by Bethesda. Number 4 came out 2016, 2015? It's been a while now, actually, now that I think about it. So this character, he's from a role-playing game that I played, so we were all fans of the game, so someone made a tabletop role-playing game version, so it's like kind of like Dungeons and Dragons, but not using that system, using a different system. Point being, I made a character, and it wasn't Jensen. Actually, Jensen's the boyfriend to that character, and I have yet to buy a doll for that character, but it's coming soon. I have my eyes on a doll, and I'm very particular about this character because I absolutely adore her. Although, she got an arm ripped off, so don't know how I'm gonna mod that one. The way I want to anyways. But he's a ghoul from Fallout, which is like overly radiated people who are still sentient, unless they've lost their mind to the radiation, which does happen. But those are feral ghouls. Anyway, I'm getting into story. So Jensen is my first mod, only mod, and I used a Dremel like all over, so let's see if he's a 70 centimeters, so he's gonna be a little bit of trouble to get him on camera, but we're gonna try whoops, hit my computer. So you see he's like missing his nose, he's got like, his lips have been grinded, he's got like all of these blemishes and carved in because that's how they're supposed to look. The wig needs some work, but I made it myself out of some really bad material, but it's got like patching, which is, you know, when you have radiation, your hair falls out. But he's all the way down to his toes, and his hands, and his, you know, everything, even his butt flaps. Just because, like, I didn't want to be sitting here, you know, I'm gonna do all this work with the Dremel and the blushing and everything, and I'm just like, well, what if I want to do a picture that's story-based, that's more revealing than what he's wearing now? I don't want to be there like, man, I didn't blush his butt. That's a really awkward moment to be in. I didn't grind his butt. So yes, even his butt. And I didn't do a lot of this detail on the rest of his body. That's mostly just where it's mostly visible, but I did take the Dremel over the entire body to give it a texture that's rough, to make it look like wrinkled skin that's been exposed to radiation. Nothing's more fun than looking up ghoul bodies on your phone. Put that in your Google history, search history. So this is like my biggest project that I've done. I have another doll that I'm working on right now. It's not a mod, it's more like a let's see if we can make the doll better by taking it apart and putting it back together and fixing everything that was wrong with it, but I think I've done more damage at this point than what was already done to her, and I don't know if I'll be able to fix it, but I got the doll at a really good price anyways because she was pretty badly off, and that body is the Smart Doll Mirai body. It's a Cortex body. The person got her from someone else that I bought her from, and apparently, so Smart Doll, you can do your own Cortex kits where you put the doll together all by yourself, and if you don't know what Smart Doll is, they're not held together by elastic, but rather an internal skeleton. So you have the option to buy a kit where you build it from the tiny pieces in the skeleton, or you buy the skeleton already made and you just put the Cortex outer shell on. Point being is, it was put together poorly and they sold it as if it was a perfectly good doll, and the person who got it was really upset, but I wasn't about to buy a doll at full price, even with that sad situation, so I got it for a really good price. And I figured if I mess it up, well, if I break a piece of the skeleton, I'll have some spare parts, and I'll just buy a body later. So that's my current, not modding, but I guess it is modding because I'm going to do a lot of sanding and stuff, so. Any other mods I've done aside from this and that? Ryuga, my Resin Soul Pixie, needs to be blushed. It'll be the second time I've blushed him, but I don't consider face-ups mods. And that's not to say they're not, like, hard. I can't do a face-up. You're like, but you did this. Well, I just blushed it red and hope it worked out. I didn't give them, like, eyebrows because they don't, like, honestly, all the work was in the Dremel. The blushing just, you just make sure you get the colors right, but the skin texture does all the work. I didn't do too much work on the blushing part. The only part that isn't done is the back of his head, and for some reason I didn't do it. And like you can see it right there. I don't know why I didn't do it. I'll probably go back and do it. It's not a big deal. But yeah, this was my biggest one. So, and my biggest doll. Let me say, putting them back together was not fun. If you've never strung a 70 centimeter by yourself, let me tell you, you better have some really good arm strength and some really good thigh strength, because you're going to put that doll between your legs and pull that elastic through, and it's going to suck. And you're going to need some really strong ribbon. I had to braid my ribbon so it wouldn't snap. Yeah, ingenuity at its finest. But yeah, that's it for mods, I think. I mean, I glued some elf ears to my Smart Doll's head, but that wasn't like super stellar awesome. It was just, hey, I want these to be permanent, I'm tired of them falling off. And one of them fell off anyway, so. I haven't pierced ears, and you'd think I would have done that by now, but I think the issue is stabbing the head behind it, and I just don't want to do that. And I just thought of the solution for that, and I'm kind of stupid for not thinking about it. Just put something there to catch the needle or Dremel or whatever you're using. I'm like, I'm dumb. It's also like, I don't have any earrings I want to put in their ears, because, finding small earrings, and most people are like, oh, I just use a bedazzle jewel and glue it there. And I'm like, oh, that's smart, but that means I have to buy bedazzle jewels. But yeah, so that's it for mods. I'll put my Instagram down at the bottom of my videos, just so if you're like, oh my gosh, that mod was amazing, because I got a lot of compliments, and I understand modding is hard and a lot of people are scared to do it. So, and if you haven't seen my video about how I got in the hobby, when I said, okay, so I got in the hobby, long story short, got into it on a whim. And at the end of that, the moral of the story is, don't think about it, just do it. I knew this character was going to be a ghoul. Actually, I was going to sell this doll, but then I couldn't. Like, no one was buying, so I was like, fuck it. I'll just make him into this character. And I just pulled up the Dremel, and I looked at some pictures, and I just went at it, and I was just like, oh, this is working out. Good. It'd be really bad if it didn't work out. Oh my gosh. Came in on this on a whim. I'm gonna do everything on a whim. I do not think things through when I'm in this hobby. So, glad it worked out. It does help that, I'm experienced in, like, creative processes and art making. So, being a sculpture student does help the 3D thinking, planning out brain space, But man, if I was a math major, this would have not turned out as well. I'll tell you that. 4 years of college. It really does help. Who knew? Who knew all that money I was wasting would help me out with doll stuff? But that's it for this video. I will see you in another BJD video, because I probably won't do any other type of video, because who's got time for that? But this was prompt number 23 for BJD Addicts. I will see you next time. Bye!